In this video, we'll look at how to format output with setw and left and right from the iomanip manipulators library. So we'll start with set width or setw, where we can set the width of the output for the next data value. So let's start with some normal output, like say I'd like name and age and the word occupation to be printed on the same line, but I'd like them to be printed with spaces. Now at this particular point, when we run the program, we should actually see everything stuck together in one line. So let's add some spaces. That's when we use this set width. Here we need to set the width. Say I'd like name to be displayed within 10 spaces. And age, let's just break the lines just to help us see better. The age also to be printed within 10 spaces, or an occupation within 10 spaces. So let's see what we get. All right, so here is what we get. Now, if the data is shorter than the width you set, it will be padded with spaces. So that's what we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and name takes 4 spaces. So that whole thing is printed within 10 spaces. So I'm just trying to highlight it. And same thing with age. So that's 7 spaces and 3. That's a total of 10. Now, occupation is already a total of 10 spaces. So if it's longer, the data will be printed as is without truncation. So you can see there's nothing being padded there. Now, by default, setw pad spaces on the left side, so the content aligns to the right. This is why the padding happens at the left side, and so name is now printed on the right. I'd like more spaces to become in an occupation, say 20 spaces, because it's kind of taken too much space and it's not really looking good. So now this is what we have. Okay, and now what we see, we can also copy this line and add more data to see how the data aligns neatly into columns. So for the name, we can have Adam. For age, that's going to be an integer, so we're just without quotation. And for occupation, let's have something a bit long, a network designer. And we can have another one to have another record. Just a slight fix. For the other one, the other name, we have Noah, who is 30 and is a data analyst. Let's see what that gives us. So compile and run. So that's looking really neat here. So we can see that network designer is printed within 20 spaces. And like we said, by default, it's the content aligns to the right. Now, what we can do is you can change the alignment of text using the left or right manipulators. So I'm just going to have one more line and just play around. Oh, it should have been within the comments. So here, what we can have is, let's just, sorry, let's have total. Total usually goes right aligned, yeah. Right, and yeah, so the total would be 55, the total of their ages, and we'll get rid of that line. Let's see what this gives us. Okay, so I'd like total to be right aligned. So what we can do is we can see out to the right. Here we change to the right. So left or right aligns, left, what it does is if you change that to left, it aligns the text to the left and pads spaces to the right. Right aligns text to the right, which is the default behavior. So let's, yeah. So it's not really showing me any difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with putting everything to the left because the default is right. So if I've got everything to the left, change alignment to the left, and I'm just going to comment this out just to show you what it looks like when we put everything to the left. So everything is now on aligned to the left. But now I'd like total to be to the right. So this is when I uncomment this. So this is the default, but if as soon as you set it to the left, everything will be to the left. So if you want to change it back to the right, you need to explicitly mention it. Although it is the default, but once you set it to the left, it doesn't become. So you need to explicitly bring it back to the right. So that's pretty much it. So I hope this video was helpful, but we pretty much shown how to format text output, with setw left and right. And I hope it was helpful to you, and I'll see you in future videos. Thank you.